Hello, it's me again, Sophie. Today I'm here to do a book tag, my very first book tag, unless you read my blog, you know. And I'm sort of sat deciding what one to do, and I think I decided on the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Yeah, so the Unpopular Book Opinions was created by the Book Archer. Nobody tagged me in this because I don't know nobody. You know, it's not meant to offend anybody, so these opinions are my own. Doesn't mean to say they're yours. So, let's get on with it. Question 1. A popular book or series that you didn't like. Okay. This could get a little. The book, well, it's part of a series, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm so sorry, but I really couldn't stand it. You know, you just cannot stand a book. And it took me like, I don't want to say I'm a slow reader, but I am because of my sight and everything. It takes more longer to read a book. But I feel like this took me the longest time ever to read because I was just so not into it. And I ask, so then why, Sophie, have you bought the second book? Because I have been in an hurry about it, but I sort of feel like if that book's rubbish, if A Court of Mist and Fury is terrible, then I can write it off and be like, I don't have to read the third book or whatever books come after it. Then in my heart of hearts I can be like, I read both books, I hated both books, you know, whether this was just a fluke, you know, just like whether the first book was terrible because, you know, it's the first book of a series, you know. So then if the second book is good, I probably will persevere with it. So yeah. Second question. A popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. Oh, I have a few. Or should I go with another book? Oh. Decisions. I would go with Twilight, but I feel like that's a bit obvious. Might just go with this one. So this one is Angel by L.A. Weatherly. I mean, I wouldn't say it's I don't want to say it's a popular book, but from what I've seen, it's either been you like it or you don't like it. This is a 3-book series, and it first came out in 2012. The last book came out in like 2014. If you read my blog, I actually have a top 5 on book series, and it explains the long awaited wait for this book, like the last book in the series. I really liked it though. And it was kind of different because the sort of normal paranormal books I read are, not that this is paranormal, but the sort of normal books with sort of paranormal elements like are werewolves, witches, vampires. So it was quite nice to read a book about angels. And they're not like normal angels, they are, they're bad people. They kind of come down and not steal people's souls, but like take their energy and leaves them with like kind of like dementia-like symptoms that eventually they end up dying of. And the main character, Willow's mum, has that, and she fell in love with an angel because the people that are the victims of these angels don't know they're bad necessarily. They just sort of live in this kind of, not dream-like state, but sort of like floating on a cloud state. And so you can guess what became of that relationship, Willow. And she's not exactly normal. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah. The only thing I don't really like is the covers. They're a bit a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. Or an OTP that you don't like. Okay, so I'm reading the second book, and I've got the third book, but I know sort of who they end up with, and I'm just sort of like, no. It's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Spoilers. I really liked, like a lot of people, liked Alina and the Darkling. I mean, yes, I know the Darkling is a bad person, you know, he gets worse in the next book and then in the next book, I have a feeling, you know, but I don't care. And then we've got this Nikolai. I really like Nikolai, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, Alina, go with him, he seems nice. I mean, it sort of makes you wonder where his allegiances lie. I like him. Who does she end up with? Who do I know she ends up with? Mal. Mal. Like, what? Oh, I really don't like Mal. I don't know. I just... Especially in the first book, where it's like she has this love for Mal. She loves him. But he... I don't want to say he has no clue, because it's not like that. It's like he just doesn't have those feelings either. So then it's kind of like a weird turnaround for him to suddenly say, yeah, I do love you like that, like you love me. And I mean, she could have had Nikolai. He's a prince, or the Darkling. But other than that, I loved the books. Just didn't like Mal. Sorry to all the Mal shippers out there. Question 4. A popular book genre that you hardly reach for. I would have to say that's historical. I mean, the only real historical books are probably... I don't know whether the magic study ones that I've got there. I don't think that's what they're called. Poison study, I think. The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't really read historical, but I would like to more. Also paranormal. I don't really read. You'd think I would, because like I loved Twilight. Sorry for all the Twilight haters out there. It's still kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. But I kind of, not long after Twilight, I sort of left that. I was like, with paranormal, it sort of has to be done really well for me to sort of think, I'll pick that book up. I sound like such a judgy person. A popular or beloved character that you do not like. Ooh. I guess I would have to be Gale, maybe, from the Hunger Games. I can't get that book. It's sort of stuck in between all my books and book clutter. It would have to be Gale. So, I mean, I think you're either on Team Peter or you're on Team Gale. And I was very much on Team Peter the whole time. Normally I like the badder guy, but you know. I guess just sort of like, I felt like in the third book he had quite a... Whereas before he was just sort of like, you know, willing to help Katniss and everything. Whereas in the third book he kind of turned quite... Spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the third book. Although I think most people have either watched the movie or read the book or both by now. I'll give you a brief pause. That, he creates a bomb with Beatty. He's the one that made the flying paper, you know, the things that bombed the children of the capital and ended up killing Pro? No, that's Charmed. Prim. It's not Pro, that's Charmed, which was a very good TV show, must I add. When they're at Virus, no, it's not Virus, Tigress. When they're in her basement, he says to Peter, you know, sort of like demeans Katniss by sort of being like, you know, she'll choose one of us, you know, she can't live on her own without us. Just sort of like almost being a bit sexist, like she has to be with one of you to sort of be able to live. Like, no man, she can be on her own, she can be fine, she's Katniss, she won the Hunger Games, she don't need neither of you. Really? Let's think about it. No, I just sort of felt like that was quite a dramatic change in character, if you know what I mean. So that's sort of, it's not like I really don't like him, he wasn't my favourite. Question 6. A popular author that you just can't seem to get into. Okay, I'm going to kill everybody's dream. Harry Potter. I've just never read Harry Potter. I've just never got into J.K. Rowling. And I actually, although I did actually read the first book, but no, I read that and it just didn't bother me. Just It didn't make me feel the magic that it makes everybody else feel, if that makes sense. I would like to one day read it, maybe, because I just never have really gotten into it. I mean, my brother's read it, but I just never have. I've never seen the appeal. Please don't hate me for that opinion. Please don't hate me. You could say I was deprived as a child, but... Question 7. A popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. For example, Lost Princess, Corrupt Ruler, or like love triangles. I don't know how to answer that, because it's sort of like, I like book tropes, you know. It's more when they're done well. So I love a love triangle when it's done well. You know, I love girl has to save the world trope when it's done well. And I guess I watched another video of this, and I can't remember who it was, but they said it also depends what book you've read before. So if you've read lots of books that have a love triangle in, I'm not gonna want to read another one like a Lost Princess. I'm not gonna want to read another one like that. So I think it all has to be like what I've read before, and if it's done well, I think it doesn't get tiresome, if that makes sense. A popular series that you have no interest in reading. I'd have to say something like Percy Jackson. It just doesn't interest me. Sea gods. Yeah, sorry. Next question. The saying goes, the book is always better than the movie. But what movie or TV show adaptations do you prefer more than the book? Oh, because I very much prefer the books all the time to the movies or the TV shows. There was one that I really liked. I started reading Fairy Tale, and I watched that on Netflix. I really like that. I really enjoyed the movie version of Warm Bodies. Although they did change the ending, which I kind of was a bit like, okay. But the ending in the book is quite gruesome to be able to bring it to screen. It would take it up to like a 15 or an 18. But I really did enjoy that movie. And love Rosie. I think I'd prefer that more to the book, because the book is quite, it's in like message type books, and I don't really like them type of books, you know, that just sort of like tell the story through text messages and things like that. I don't think I'd enjoy that. And also because it makes the story more condensed, like they end up together at, like in their 30s, whereas I know in the book they end up together in their 60s. But yeah, I think they're the ones I quite enjoy, especially Love Rosie. Love Rosie. Oh, I love that movie. That movie is so good. So I'm not going to tag anybody just in case they've done it, and also because it'd be quite embarrassing if they didn't see it and you just tag someone by random. So if you want to do it, feel free, you know. But yeah, that was the book tag. I might film another one because I quite enjoy it. I like talking about books. Thank you all for watching. Comment if your opinions differ or if you agree with my opinions. But no mean comments, that's not what we're here for. An intellectual discussion, we can call it. Like, comment and subscribe in all the usual ways. I might put all the links to the books and the movies in the thing below, you know, so you know what I'm on about. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!